reaching your goals this year, 2025. It is time for you to reach those goals. Sometimes it feels like you just keep on going and you just cannot get there. I know exactly how you feel, man. It's always such a pain. Like, am I going the right way? Am I, those thoughts come in, right? Like, am I going the right way? I've been doing this so long. What if it doesn't work? What am I doing? Why am I reaching these goals? What for? Is it really worth it? All those thoughts coming into your mind, and it just makes you wonder, and it makes you move side to side. It makes you lose your balance, and then you fall. I'm going to show you how you can stop all that and how you can reach those goals that you are looking for, that you are hoping for this 2025. Let me tell you that it's so much easier than you think. That's all it takes is to look at it really, really, really easily. It's a complete change in mind. If if you ask a guy, hey, can you lift up this all these bags of groceries? The guy's gonna say yes, it's really easily, and he's gonna what's he gonna do? Anytime you take the groceries down, this man is gonna go and take in as many bags as he can, and he goes in one trip, and he doesn't fall, he doesn't drop anything, and he goes and he takes it to the house, very proud of himself, and he's like, "Oh, I did it." Now that's something internal that us guys have, along with women. There's a certain thing that women have whenever they continue to do their daily things, and they are so strong at doing that. Whenever they are feeling sick or bad, or even if they're pregnant, they don't lie around. They don't sit at home. They keep doing the same things that they've been doing. They still continue cooking or cleaning or going to their job. It doesn't matter if they're sick. They have the strength to do that. Now, when a guy is sick, it's like, oh no, like they lay at home, like I don't want to go to work, and it's just like, oh, these women have a superpower where they can still work either even if they're sick. It is an amazing thing, and it is a lovely thing, especially for the mothers out there. Congratulations and thank you for all that you guys do. But anyways, other than that, reaching your goals, you have to look at it like, oh, it's so easy. For us guys, whenever we're sick, it's so hard for us to think, oh, like we gotta go to work, but it's so easy for women to do it. For us guys, it's easy to bring in all the groceries. For women, not so much. They'd rather take several trips. Why the hurry? Um, they'd rather just do several trips instead of taking it all at once, like us guys. So there's certain things that are easy. That all it is just a change in perspective. For a lot of people, making money is hard, but when you change your perspective to making money is easy, oh, all these opportunities start opening up. All these doors start opening up, and let me tell you, it is a crazy, crazy experience when you start to see it as easy. Praying is a very difficult thing for some, but it's very easy for others. But for those that it's very difficult to pray, if you look at it like, oh, it's an easy task. It's very easy to pray. It's very easy to look up and say, God, thank you. God, help me. It's very easy. If you look at it that way, life will become easier. Everything else will become easier. It all comes from the way you look at things. It all comes from the way your perspective looks at it. It's the way you take it. It's the way you do your action. Now praying is very easy, right? Whenever you look at it easily, and then you just got it done, and that's it. That's the difficult part is getting it done, and then. But if you look at it as an easy thing, it's the easiest thing, right? So all it is changing your perspective. I always look at everyone, and I'm like, wow, for this person working in NASA or working in a high department of technology, he must be really smart. He must be really, but for him, it must be really difficult. You think to yourself, but for him, it's like, oh, this is easy. I've been doing this. I know about this. Now it's because he focused on that goal to get there, and he studied the required things. Notice I didn't say he studied what he wanted to get there. He studied the required things. In order to get to your goals, you have to do what is required. not what you think is best. Let's say I want to go from California to New York, right? What's the best way to do it? Let's say I want to ride a bike there. Okay, I want to get there in one day. Like, well, shoot, you better start pedaling, and you start going. You start pedaling. You only get so far. You only get to Las Vegas, and you're like, oh man, it's already the end of the day, and you start beating yourself down. Like, well, you got yourself on a bike. You didn't get on a plane or a jet into New York. Sometimes you have to just stop, look at your options, and take the best option out of that. Sometimes you just gotta take all the bags, all the groceries, and do one trip and just go. Because it's so easy. You have to look at it like it's so easy to obtain it all. It's so easy to obtain and reach your goals. When you look at it like easy, it everything changes. Because now all the easy stuff, all the little stuff become way easier, and then everything comes to you so um, fluid like it just starts flowing in. Now it is a very incredible thing whenever you have God on your side, which He busts down those doors, He breaks those walls for you, and all you have to do is just walk in. All you have to do is just go, take action. Now, for those of you action takers that have been taking action after action, you see progress, but not as much as you want to see. Not you're not reaching there. I always think about climbing a mountain or climbing up to the or climbing on a building. Let's say you want to reach the 100th floor by stairs. You got to take steps. You got to take one step and then another and then another. Those are every step is an action. You have to stop bombarding your mind and start telling yourself, I am doing great. I'm taking steps while everyone else is staying on the ground. I'm moving. Doesn't matter how fast you get there. It matters that you're moving. The more steps you take, the closer you get. And the more you learn. The more you learn which steps are creaky, which steps are about to break, which ones are. So you grow experience. You start getting strength on your legs, going up all those stairs, all that climbing the mountain. You start gaining strength and momentum, and your feet start getting used to the elevation, the incline. I mean, and then you start focusing on different curves. You start to look at things differently. But your goal is to reach the top, and the whole journey you're looking around, you're like, wow, this is a whole new adventure. Some goals, it may not seem, you may see the same thing every day. Now this is crazy because I love this concept. I love thinking like this. I don't know if you've ever heard of Groundhog Day. Groundhog Day is basically a movie that was a man that was living the same exact day every day. It didn't matter if he would try to live that day, and then that night he would go to sleep and he would wake up and it's the same exact day. He would wake up at the same time. He would go to work, and then everyone would say hi to him the same way. Everything was exactly the same. He did that every day, and then he started going crazy. Anyways, along with that story, I always picture every day here like Groundhog Day, and it may not be appealing to everyone living the same exact day, right? But I always look at it like, wow, it's another opportunity to do better. It's always another opportunity to be stronger. And the whole world is going to be there. There's still going to be pizza restaurants. There's still going to be ski resorts. There's still going to be the beaches, the islands. Everything else is still going to be running. The economy is still going to be running. There's that your favorite car is still going to be made. Even so, better cars are being made. Meanwhile, you're going up. Now, the same day is happening every day. You have to, for those of you that work and you go to work every day and you do the same thing, and it's the same Groundhog Day. Now that motivates me. It doesn't bring me down. It motivates me saying, wow, if yesterday I was at 20% and tomorrow I'm at 21%, when tomorrow comes, the workplace will seem the same. Everything else will seem the same. The stores are still there. The banks are still. Everything is still working normally, like Groundhog Day, as it did yesterday. But today, I'm 1% better. And then you go to the next day, I'm 22%, 23%, 24. You get the gist. You get all the way up, and then you look back and you're like, "Wow, how far I have come." So don't give up now. Don't give up. Keep going, because at the end you're gonna look down and it's gonna be like, "Wow, I lived through all these experiences." I always it's a very weird phrase, but I love saying um, that I love that today was a bad day. If I were to have a bad day, I would say today I am so grateful that today was the bad day, because that means tomorrow is going to be a better day. I'm so glad that I lived, because there's going to be ups and downs, right? But I'm glad that the down happened today and got it over with, because then tomorrow will be up and then the future will be higher. Anytime you have a dip, that is the moment of strength where you decide, oh, this is horrible, this is bad. I'm gonna focus on the bad, and I'm gonna let it destroy me and my goals. Oh no, this is horrible. Or you can look at it like, no, thank you, because it's happening now, so my future will be better. And then you go through that day, it happened. You don't think about the past. You're like, okay, you learn from it, right? You learn from the mistakes, and you don't do it again. But you don't live in it, because the future is waiting for you. The future you is waiting for you to shake your hand, to give you a hug and say thank you for not giving up. Thank you for keeping on. Even though everything was crazy, I know that you were hurting. Thank you. You made it. This is you in the future. Thank you for not giving up, because of you, I am who I am today. I have all these riches because of you. So don't give up on yourself. It may not seem like much now. It may not seem like you're doing a lot, but let me tell you, you are. That's the greatest miracle. Is it makes you blind, and it makes you. It's like you look at, you're focused on your goal, and then all of a sudden it's like, okay, you have your goal, time to go blindfolded, and they blindfold you, and it makes you feel like I'm not going anywhere. You're walking, you're walking, you're walking, you're walking, and it's like I'm not going anywhere. You have God guiding you, of course, and to your goal, and you're trusting Him, and it seems like you haven't moved, even though you feel like you're walking, you're moving, you're doing your best. You're like, when do I have this blindfold off? When can I take it off? Like, it feels the same as I did the first day the blindfold was put on. Everything's gonna look the same, but that's the greatest trick in history. Is that you keep doing the same thing, and you keep growing and growing, and you stay focused on what you want. The moment that blindfold comes off, everything's gonna start flooding in. But it first starts with looking at it easy. Everything starts flooding in. It is an incredible thing. I've done many adventures with side hustles, and my favorite one, of course, is YouTube. And I've done many YouTube channels, and I've made millions of views, and I was like, wow. In the beginning, I was excited with 1,000 views, with 8,000 views. I remember when I made 8,000 views. Um, I was in another country at that time. I was visiting, and I had hit 8,000 views, and it was a crazy thing for me. I had only done YouTube for like 2 weeks, and it was a crazy thing. I was so excited, so hyped up, and I was so happy. I was like, wow. And after that, I would have low days, but like I said, anytime I say, okay, anytime I have bad days, that means tomorrow's gonna be better. That means tomorrow I might blow up. Tomorrow I might. I'm glad that this day went over with, because then tomorrow's coming. And then now I look back and I've made millions of views. I've had viral videos. I look back at what I did, what I didn't do, and I learned from it all. I learned from all of my experiences. And I'm like so grateful with the past Calvin, with little Calvin. I'm so happy that he kept going, that his faith brought him to where I am today, and I'm so grateful for him. Same thing with hitting the gym. I was really scrawny and I was really focused on reaching that goal of getting stronger, getting bigger. And every day I would hit the gym, every day. I would drink the protein, I would do it, the hard work. And then I gained the pounds that I wanted to gain. I was not how I look like now. And I'm still getting better. But I thank that Calvin for keeping on going. They say the best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago, and the second time, the best the best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago. The second best time to plant a tree is now. Start now. Because in 2 years, 2 years are going to happen really fast. Since when did we get to 2025? Like, I'm still stuck on 2016. It's crazy how fast life has moved. I mean, you all know that time is moving fast. I mean, how long was COVID? It was 5 years ago, a whole half a decade. It's crazy how fast time moves. Now, in 2 years, are going to pass by really fast. If you start now, in 2 years from now, you're going to be completely different. If you take a step a day for 2 years, how high are you going to be? You're going to be way up there. It's an amazing journey. It's amazing. It's amazing. And the things you learn, the people you meet, the opportunities that come in. Because not only did I grow on YouTube, I got better with affiliate marketing. I got better with connecting with people. I got better with understanding people. And that is a very high quality skill nowadays, is to understand people. Everyone wants to say their own opinion and be the loudest. But whenever you understand and listen to people, and along with listening to them, wanting to help them, not giving them your opinions and what you think is best. No, it's helping them on their journey, not to help them believe how you believe. It's to help them get to where they want to get, praying for them, being there for them. I learned that on the way. It's crazy how it's like, oh, how can making videos help you with that? By connecting. You learn from the comments, you learn from the people you meet, from the whole progress. You have your hardworking efforts. They don't go unseen. God sees it, and so does everyone else. It doesn't feel like it, but they do, and they get affected. They get motivated. They get jealous. They get whatever happens. You're causing a movement. You're causing things to stir up, and then even much more, you're causing your bank account to grow. You're opening up for more opportunities to come in, for more people to pour in, not just into your pocket, but into your soul, into you, into your mind. You start to learn how to take the right movements. Now you know where to go. Now you know what pathway to take. You can go back home and then drive back, and you know where to go. You already did it once. You know, it is a very amazing thing to reach the goals that you have promised yourself. And for those of you that are still thinking and still have ideas, put them, please put them into action. I have, before I started YouTube and before I am also a musician, before I started doing music, I used to just imagine myself rich. I used to just think of myself uh, famous, or I would want to reach those goals, but all it was imagination. Every day I would just imagine myself and thinking, oh, like one day I'm gonna blow up, or one day, and I wasn't doing videos, I wasn't doing anything. They were just ideas. I'm like, how can I get rich? Maybe I should do this side hustle. Maybe I should do this side hustle. Maybe no, maybe this one. And I started looking at the positives and negatives, trying to decide which was best. But nothing came out of it. No matter how much I thought, no matter how many times I was at my job thinking, what's the best business? Should I flip couches? Should I flip cars? Um, should I fix phones? Should I do something with tech? Should I make videos? Should I make music? Should I help others? Should I all these ideas, all these you look up on YouTube how to make money and then you're just endlessly watching videos. You feel like you have so much information, but yet you don't know what to choose because they have their pros and their cons. And you're like, well, this worked for them, but maybe not for me. Maybe this isn't for me. Maybe this is for me. You don't know until you try it. That's as simple as I can say it. Just do it, please. Because what may work for someone may not work for you. And what doesn't work for someone may work for you. I've had several friends that have done some of the similar things that I do, but for some reason it just doesn't click right with them, or they're not at the pace that I'm at. Sometimes you just gotta go and do it and do it and do it and do it. They easily gave up on certain things that they also did with me. I continued. I didn't give up, but they decided to give up because they didn't see the same results as I did. But everyone has their speeds. You have to understand that if everyone went at the same speed on the highway, we would all be crowded up in the same lane. Can you imagine that? No, everyone has to go at different speeds, at different ranges, different times. He goes into work at 7, I go in at 9, so on and so forth. It all has to be different. It can't all be the same. Everyone has their own race and their own thing. That's another thing. Focus on your own goals. Don't compare yourselves. Because at the end of the day, they can't affect what you do. They can't affect your lifestyle. Only you can affect your lifestyle. The life that you want is waiting for you. It's there. It's ready for you. You just have to take the steps yourself. Oh, so many people are hiking up in the mountain. That's so cool. Oh, I'm gonna do it. Oh, I better not. There's gonna be snakes. There's gonna be rocks. It's gonna be hard. You don't know until you try. This past summer I went hiking with my brother, and I was like, I don't like hiking. I don't like it. But before that, I was like, oh, man, I don't even know if I'm gonna reach the top. This is crazy. Walking, not like I can barely enjoy walking. Of course, I exercise, but I can barely enjoy walking around the park. Now, imagine walking up a mountain at that incline. Imagine going back down after I'm tired. I didn't want to do that, but I did it anyways, and it was an experience of a lifetime. Turns out I can hike. Turns out I do have the strength and the durability to do it. And I would do it again. And it created a better experience connecting with my brother even much more at that level. Because I was able to connect with him on what he enjoys and find out what he has inside. And I was able to help him and he helped me. Now in these experiences, why not? Why not just do it? Just try it all. You don't know what works. You don't know what's gonna work for you. I tried out TikTok for like so long, and then I was like, this isn't working. It doesn't matter what I do. So I transitioned. I did Instagram, same thing. I was like, wow, this isn't my audiences are not here. I went into YouTube. Things start moving fast, start growing, and views are moving up. This is what works. I just had to try it. I wasn't like stubborn on one thing that doesn't work. I decided I you have to try it all out. You can't just stick to one. Like if you don't like a certain type of chocolate in the chocolate box, and you're just there tasting it and tasting it and tasting it. I don't like this, and then you just keep tasting it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Why are you doing that? Just taste another one. Just have another one. You might find the right one. It's that simple. Anyways, you guys have a blessed year. This year is going to be the biggest year for you. I pray that you reach all the goals that you are out looking for, that you are out reaching. Ah, thank you, God, that you are with them and you are walking with them and you show them where to go and you keep them, you protect them, and you show them the way. Guys, keep your faith up. You're gonna make it. We're all gonna make it. We're all here to win together. This is our year now. Time to win. God bless you.